Start.
Good morning, students. In the earlier lectures, we have seen the evolution of money, whereby we have seen the definition of money, simultaneously how the money is evolved, later on the functions of money and the barter system. Now in this particular lecture, we are going to see the second chapter of the first unit, that is the quantity theory of money. Sometimes the question arises in our mind how the price level is decided, how the money supply is determined in the economy. So the answer of this question is there in the quantity theory of money. Quantity theory of money, this theory was earlier given by Hume and Locke in the 16th century. But this theory has got the recognition when the Fisher had given the quantity theory of money in the 1911. Fisher's approach is known as Fisher's transaction approach. When the Fisher had given the quantity theory of money, simultaneously the other group of economists also had given the theory, whereby the contribution of Keynes, Robertson, Marshall, Samuelson is prominent. Their theory is known as average cash balance approach. So when we talk about the quantity theory of money, there are the two approaches. One is the Fisher's transaction approach, and the second one is their average cash balance approach. Have you heard and have you ever realized that what is the money supply in the economy and how the general price level are determined? See, when the money supply is there in the economy, it has the relationship with the price. The money supply also has the relationship with the value of money. But what kind of relationship is there? The relationship is there, money supply and the price, there is a direct relationship. What does it mean, the direct relationship? It means that if you will increase the money supply in the economy, the price level will also increase. Similarly, there is also the relationship which we find in the case of money supply and the value of money. And this relationship is inverse. When the supply of money increases, the value of money declines. When the supply of money increases, the value of money declines, and vice versa. You have seen in the case of the summer, the vegetable prices are more. Why so? Because we find that the supply of the vegetables are somewhat restricted or is less. But in the case of the winter season, what we find? We find that the vegetable supply is more in the market. And when the vegetable supply is more in the market, as a result of that, what we find? The prices of the vegetables are low. So when some commodity is more in the supply, its value declines. The same happens with the case of the money also. When the money supply increases in the economy, as a result of its increase, the value of money declines. And when the money supply increases in the economy, what we find, the price level will increase because there is more money in the market. When the people have the more money, but naturally their demand will also increase. So to cope up with the demand, the price level will also increase. So what we find, when the money supply in the economy is more, the price level will also increase. And the money supply has the inverse relationship with the value of money. This basic concept is explained with the help of the quantity theory of money. So first we will see in this lecture the Fisher's transaction approach, and later on we will go to the average cash balance approach. The Fisher's transaction approach was given by the Fisher in 1911. Fisher focused more on the money's function, that is of the exchange function. But Fisher focused more on the exchange function of money. His approach is known as Fisher's transaction approach. What Fisher explained? The Fisher explained the same thing with the help of his equation. His equation is MB is equals to PT. When we talk about the MB, the M is the money supply in the economy, the quantity of money supply in the economy. When we talk about the V is what? The velocity of money in circulation. What does it mean, the velocity of money in circulation? It means that how many times the money changes hand. Take the example of the velocity of money in circulation. X has bought the certain things from Y. X has given the money to Y. Y has bought the certain things from the Z. So Y has given the money to Z. Z has purchased the certain thing from A. So Z has given the money to A. So in this particular example, you are finding the money has changed. Money has changed from 3 times, from X to Y, Y to Z, and Z to A. This is called the velocity of money. P is what? P is the price level, general price level. And the T is the transactions, the how many times, the total goods transacted. So how the P is determined, that is the general price level is determined. The general price level is determined MB divided by T. These MB, as explained earlier, these MB will be divided by T. Later on, the Fisher focused that there is also the credit money. The money is with the bank. So he added the 2 things in his equation, that is M1 V1. That is the money which is in the form of the credit, and the velocity of money in circulation which is in the form of credit. So M1 V1. So later on, his equation is in the form of MB plus M1 V1 or M dash V dash divided by T. Basically, the Fisher focused on the 2 aspects. That is, the demand for money will always be equal to the supply of money. The demand for money is what? The price level and the goods, the total number of goods, transactions. And the supply of money is what? M multiplied by V. the money supply and its velocity. So the demand for money will always be equal to the supply of money. This thing is also explained with the help of the figure. So as you can see, on the y-axis we are showing the money supply, and on the y-axis we are showing the price level. When the money supply is MOM, at that time the price level is OP. When the money supply increased from OM to OM2, we are finding the price level is also increasing from OP to OP2. And when the money supply decreased from OM to OM1, we are finding the price level is also declining from OP to OP1. This is reflecting the direct relationship between the money supply and the price level. Similarly,